wheels and working the wheel where you're grinding at. You know what it be. Playing this here for the keeps. Had to make out with a feast. A family to feed. Third cold where the trophy should be. EA got me in the game now. Read on with the gang now. They're here with a lane now. My home second with a ring now. Legendary on the field. Kind of drip is a skill. It's the highest cruiser bill. Ain't nothing just to heal. Spin on, spin move, in zone, scope. Scope for sideline, a touchdown. I put on the show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. Spin on, spin move, in zone, scope. Scope for sideline, a touchdown. I put on the show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go.
We are in a sweet spot as far as football weather is concerned today in Nashville. Just enough chill in the air for a sweatshirt, light breeze, fall in full swing at Nissan Stadium. The whole of downtown Nashville likely still reverberating with the sounds of the Titans taking the field a moment ago. They're ready for football as their Titans are set to match up with the Cleveland Browns. The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. On first down, Tannehill. That's complete to his tight end, Ferkser. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. 33-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for this with Evans. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Johnson. After last week's loss, you bet this offense probably wanted to come out with a little more fire than a 3-and-out.
And I'm sure that people are saying, hey, come on, Coach, what was the pregame talk? Have these guys ready to go? But you and I both know it goes into preparation and practice and being ready to go. That gives you the confidence to come out and play. They've got to find that fast.
They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. He fakes the give here and looks to throw. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
8 yards.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
The 50-yard line.
Mayfield now from the 50. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Complete.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Mayfield tosses one complete to Landry. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 23-yard line.
Play fake. Mayfield. Now Mayfield lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. A run for Nick Chubb. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all this stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
On 1st down, Chubb going to get forward for only about a couple. 2nd and 8 forthcoming.
Jenkins on the.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland.
The kicker,
Nick Chubb, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have taken the early lead. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns.
The score, Browns 7, Titans 0.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so
well.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. And that is incomplete. Anthony Frisker, the intended target. And it's 3rd down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And that will be incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
Pulled in at the 24. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December
have more football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Flush to his right. He'll run it. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Throwing is Keenum on third down. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
The kick is good.
And he's got it up and through.
That ties the game at 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Here comes Johnson on the return. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now it's Keenum. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
On the ground, it's Chubb. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26.
The tackle made.
We are watching a runner having a really nice game. Carrying it very well. Vision is excellent, but boy, look at the help he's getting. Offensive line, I think they're pretty eager to block for him.
Our score after 1.
The score tied 7-7.
Throwing on 3rd down, Keenum. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And got his man complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
13.
Odell Beckham.
Touchdown.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
The score, Browns 14, Titans 7.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll run here with Evans. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Back to you. I'm going back to you. Sponge. No. Kill. Under 10. Play. Out.
To throw is Tannehill. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
And a nice carry and a first down for Cleveland. A nice pickup there by Nick Chubb, who's a bright spot for this Cleveland offense. He finished 2nd in the league in rushing in 2019 with nearly 1,500 yards on the ground and got into the end zone 8 times. And how about this for durability? Has not missed a game in his NFL career. What a bounce back from a big-time knee injury while at the University of Georgia.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
They'll run with Chubb. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains.
2nd and goal at the Titans' 10-yard line.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. They'll try again with Chubb. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a 6-yard carry. It does put him just a few yards short of the goal line, but 4th down coming up.
Brings up 4th down.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. The throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Anthony Frisker, the intended target, but it'll be second down.
Some might say that he's got looked at in and absorbed the contact, but even at his size, that's a tough throw to hold on to, and he was unable to on that attempt.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Tannehill. A short throw, and it's going to be pulled in by Furtzer. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Evans. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 more on that one and another first down. Those are the types of run, Charles, that they say this first-year running back can provide a lot more of in the future.
He made it look easy, didn't he? Picking up that first down. Some have described him as a diamond in the rough with a lot of polish, nice little bumping. This guy could be one of the top backs going forward.
We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory.
To the 48-yard line.
Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
Tannehill. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 30. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. They'll run on first down with Evans. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Here's Tannehill. Man open left side is Brown. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
On first down, Evans. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I think that run gives us evidence that the defense is getting a little bit tired out there. They've been out in the field for a long time, and that last run, they just cut right through them.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now it's Tannehill. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. A.J. Brown hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Titans are able to make this a close game again. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game.
The score, Browns 17, Titans 14.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Johnson now returning. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 mark. Let's go, defense.
Working from the gun, Keenum. Steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
At the 47-yard line.
From the 47, it's second and 5.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me. Mark 55. Mark 55. Game situation. Let's go.
From the gun, it's Keenum. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with a lead. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. A short kick taken at the 18. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Shotgun snap for Keenum. Now he'll escape to his left. Now he'll pull it down. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for third down. A shotgun snap for Keenum. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Amani Hooker. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38. They'll run on first down. It's Evans, and he'll take this one down to the 36. Give him a couple on the carry there, second and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And they'll go right back to Evans. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10. Back to throw, Tannehill. On the screen, this is Evans. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll run out of the gun with Evans, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Out of the gun, Tannehill, flushed out right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Anthony Frisker, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. And the Titans are in for 6. Touchdown. So the touchdown there, and that play, the tap pass, so simple, Charles, on the face of it, but what makes it so difficult for defenses to stop?
I think it's the precision and the quickness in which the play occurs, because the snap gets to the quarterback. He's essentially playing volleyball with it, just immediately just shoveling it forward. And when that receiver's at a full head of steam, if you don't take the edge away, he's got a chance to get to the corner and get upfield. But if you take the edge away, that's your chance to disrupt that play.
And no disruption there, that's for sure, as it winds up 6 points. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. A short kick taken at the 18. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down. Play action. Now it's Keenum. And he's got a man. It's the former Titan, Jared Cook. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
First down.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now Keenum again. That'll be complete to Cook. I call it no gain there on the first down play.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
And it's 3rd down.
And again, it's Chubb. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Back now in Nashville, and we've got a dandy here. 1-point game as we begin the 4th. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll go again here with Evans. And he powers his way up past the 30. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Here's Tannehill. And Tate's got it. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards. And probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st down, it's Evans. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
And we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now we'll run with Evans. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football. They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Here's a handoff to Evans out of the gun. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Steven Gostkowski on for the field goal. A 56-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
They'll run again with Hunt. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Ordinarily in short yardage, most people don't run a toss because it takes a little bit longer to develop. But some teams see it as a very physical type run because the amount of people that get out in front of the runner, offensive linemen, tight ends, sometimes an extra back, they like to run that play there and try and run over people.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 mark. Get him, 54's mark.
On 1st down, it's Keenum. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
It's a gain of 7.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks. But it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there. And there we saw completion.
A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down. He's back to throw. That one is caught by Hunt. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 8 yards, 1st down as they're able to convert. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
He's brought down at the 37.
They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. Demir Bird, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
No gain on the play. It's now 4th down.
On 4th down, Keenum. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. They'll begin on the ground with Evans. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game.
2nd and 5.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Stop your life, play. He's crossing. He's checking cross. Switch. Check safety. Slam.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Evans. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
3rd and 2.
They'll try and run for this with Evans. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
He was taken down.
And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
It's 4th down.
Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. Yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sidelines. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Titans, the win moves them a couple games over 500 now at 7-5. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Browns, this loss cost them in the playoff chase as they fall back to 7-5 on the year. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Baltimore Ravens come to town.